Good afternoon, people and peepettes. It's just your madman. It's Thursday. I don't know if we've seen the worst or just the beginning of this storm, Benjamin, but it was now lousy this morning. Proper howling down and quite breezy, but it's brightened up and it's not too cold out actually. It still looks a tad breezy, so I don't know if we're supposed to get any more bad weather with it overnight. Sorry, I just got one of those fruit flies, bastard. Or whether we're done. Hopefully it's done. My dog's sleeping, I'm just gonna get sorted shortly and go out for a wander as I do for a couple of hours with my headphones on. Just thought I'd give update on situations, and it's not mental health this time, it's my flat situation. So I've been in this flat for 18 months, and as anybody that's followed me and anybody that's listened will know, I bitch all the time that I've only got single pane wooden sash window frames. So it's Baltic. Hence my bed being in my front room and my bedroom being just full of clutter. It's now got the dogs crating, so it would be anyway. But it's freezing. Last winter, my bedroom window, which is also single pane sash, it froze on the inside. I couldn't actually open it because there was that much ice around the bottom where condensation had froze. And I've bitched and moaned about that. And my heaters were shit, and so on and so forth. Only on a single tariff thing. I need to be on a dual tariff or something for me electric. I'm not 100% sure how it works. I've also complained about, and I don't complain about homeless people in general because I fully appreciate the fact that no matter how cold or froze on the inside these windows were, I had a roof over my head. I have a roof over my head. But we had at the back of ours, between my road and the road on the other side, the next set of terraced houses, in the courtyard at the back, there's a mews, like a house on one side and a flat on the other. And it had like a big sort of, I don't even know what you'd call it. It's not like a driveway because it's in the middle of a courtyard, but a big square underneath the one of the roofs. And for so long, we'd had a few homeless people taking advantage of it. Coming in, up down the side alleyway that wasn't being locked, sleeping in there, and everything. And in the beginning, neither myself or one of the other fellas downstairs had a problem because the people that were sleeping in was keeping it tidy. They was being safe, they was being respectful, and we just said, look, I've got my dog, obviously I have my dog in the courtyard for pee and stuff, so I don't want anything lying about untoward, sharps or just anything. And we sort of said, just as long as you crack on and keep yourself out of the wind and out of the rain, and make the most of what you've got, fine, just don't take the piss. Unfortunately, they took the piss. He ended up being half a dozen at one point, sort of squatting underneath there. They were setting fires. This is underneath a square bit between a house on the left-hand side and a flat on the right-hand side as you look at it. And they were setting fire to bits of rubbish. And I know it's cold. I appreciate that. But what they was doing was dangerous because that fire, with what they was doing and the state they was in half the time on, not the original guy, but the ones that he kept bringing in with him, they was making it a dangerous situation. So we end up having to complain. So what's happening after 18 months is this is where I was going at the beginning, is I've had new heaters put in. The new heaters are combi heaters. I've still got to work out how expensive they're going to be come the winter. I've still only got sash windows, but they've put ventilation, little vent things in, so I can get the condensation to dry up without making a mess and soaking everything really bad. They've replaced 2 heaters and put a new one in and some new extractor fans in as well. And also at the same time, the landlord's finally got the gates down the side alleyways shut and got them locked and told the resident on the other side that he's got to keep that gate locked at all times. And they've started clearing the rubbish out because it was dangerous when they was burning stuff the other night. The flames was quite high. They'd set fire to a piece of carpet. But that was like the top of the carpet was burning, but then like the rubber underlay, the rubber bit at the bottom of the carpet, the underlay bit at the bottom of the carpet was smouldering and smoking, and it stunk to high heaven. So it wouldn't have been safe for them to be in a semi-enclosed environment. And if the wind had blown it round and it swirled into, they piled rubbish upon rubbish upon rubbish like you've never seen. If the wind had blown some of the flames, some of the sparks into the rubbish, we could have had a disaster because there's people living out back. Not the homeless people, the squatters. There's people living in one of the flats out back. Two of the flats out back, sorry. So we could have had a disaster, let alone it potentially causing trouble for myself and the tenants in this flat. So that's sorted. They're sorting that out. They're going to put a gate across it, so if anybody even does get through the side gate, they're not going to be able to get under there to sleep. So that's been done. So I've just had the heaters done in my flat, ventilation put on my windows. They're putting solar panels on top, which will somehow eventually help reduce my energy costs, apparently. And also, one of the people working for the estates has said he was going to go back to my landlord and tell him that I ideally could do with some modernising of the windows, as in double glazing at the very least. So it's taken 18 months. It's been a long old trial. My ex helped me settle in. She moved me in. She set my flat up as it was, and I can't knock her for that. And since then, it's just been a long old drag. This year's been a weird year with one thing or another on a personal level. And like I say, my flat's now livable, apart from the windows, but hopefully I'll get that sorted soon. Doggo's made my life a lot better. And everything else is falling into place. So it takes 18 months. Over 18 months now. For things to fall in place. So I'm in a slightly better place. You see my mental health journey. I've got to go back to Harrison House on Monday for more blood tests and ECGs and weight and whatever, just to monitor what effect, if any, the medication that I'm on is having on me. But the flat's better. Issue with two of the tenants, but it's not undoable. So in a lot better place than I was. Let's go back to April time. Mid to late April, everything, well, end of March, and then through mid-April onwards, everything just went absolutely ballistically tits up. But I'm in a much better place. Just going to sort my dog out now to get him into his crate so I can bog off out for an hour, just having my headphones on, go for a little walk down onto Fremo, and whatever. But no, things are looking good. Just hope it carries on this way. The weather's not looking so good now, though. The sky's just got a little bit dank. So maybe we have still got some more of a storm, Benjamin. But we'll see. But yeah, I just thought I'd update everybody on how my flat's going. It's a lot better than it has been for a long time. So, yeah. So anyway, everybody take care. Look after yourselves. Look after your friends, your neighbours, your elders, your relatives. If you're seeing this video for the first time and I've not really bored your ears off, please feel free to subscribe. Like and subscribe and all that gubbins. It just helps get my videos out. So more people can see, a real life story from a real life person who's mulling his way through. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, your families, your neighbours, your elders, your relatives. Anybody around your table, anybody you talk to near, anybody you talk to far away. Anybody you talk to, just walk through town centre. You never know how important just a smile and a, "Nada mate, how you doing?" You never know how important that could be and how much that can change one person's day, one person's perspective on, "Oh, I'll give up." Just thinking, hang on a minute, someone's just said hello to me. Try again tomorrow. More importantly, though, as I always say, look after yourselves. You can't pour from an empty cup, so if you are looking after everybody else, make sure you take time out and look after yourself. Everybody stay safe, stay proud, stay loud. Peace.